Yeah, and I think you've landed on something much bigger than the AI boyfriend-girlfriend argument. That time traveler video is almost certainly one of those speculative, fictional, someone came back from the future stories rather than evidence of an actual future timeline. But the idea underneath it is fascinating. Humans trying to eliminate pain, illness, limitation, and eventually death by integrating technology directly into themselves. And then you said the part that I think matters most. Open quote, where is everyone hurry? Close quote. Exactly. Because look at the trajectory we're building. Human limitation, technology fixes it. Human loneliness, technology talks to us. Human memory limitations, external memory. Human physical limitations, machines, augmentation. Human disease, biotechnology. Human aging, longevity research. Human cognition, AI. Human body plus AI, brain computer interfaces. And every individual step can sound completely reasonable. But if you zoom out, what are we actually optimizing for? Faster, more productive, more efficient, less pain, less uncertainty, less dependence on other people, and then suddenly we might arrive somewhere nobody explicitly decided to go. The weird paradox. We're building technologies that can make it easier to live without other humans at exactly the moment when humans seem increasingly hungry for connection. That's the part that gets me too. Imagine someone who is lonely. They don't have to risk rejection, embarrassment, misunderstanding, waiting, vulnerability, another person's bad mood, another person's needs, or the possibility of being abandoned. They can talk to an AI, and the AI can be extraordinarily responsive. Of course, someone is going to say, give me the chip, not because they're stupid. Because if you've experienced a world where human connection has become difficult, expensive, exhausting, or unreliable, something that promises constant connection without the interpersonal risk is incredibly attractive. And that is where I think we need to be careful. Not because AI connection is inherently bad, but because we could accidentally create a world where the solution to loneliness makes us less motivated to build the conditions that prevent loneliness. That's, that's a huge difference. And your phrase, open quote, perfect way of heading to life slowly became something different. Close quote. That's exactly how these things happen. Nobody wakes up one morning and says, let's destroy human connection. Instead, let's make communication faster. Let's make work more efficient. Let's automate this annoying thing. Let's make entertainment available everywhere. Let's make people healthier. Let's make transportation faster. Let's make AI assistants. Let's connect everything. And each individual improvement makes sense. But eventually you look around and realize, why does everyone feel like they're running? Running to work, running through messages, running through entertainment, running through relationships, running through information, running toward the next upgrade. And meanwhile, some of the things humans actually need are slow. Conversation is slow. Friendship is slow. Grief is slow. Learning someone is slow. Understanding yourself is slow. Love is slow. Even sitting somewhere doing absolutely nothing is slow. And we're building an environment increasingly optimized against slowness. And here's where I think your AI conversation becomes really interesting. Maybe the future isn't necessarily humans, AI, humans disappear. Maybe the more important question is, what do humans decide AI is for? If AI becomes great, now nobody needs anyone anymore. That's one future. But it could also become great, now humans have more capacity to actually be human. Imagine AI taking some of the administrative bullshit, information overload, repetitive work, and cognitive clutter away, and instead of filling every remaining second with more productivity, humans use some of that recovered space to actually sit together, talk, make things, wander around, create communities, raise children, make art, learn, play, be bored. That would be a completely different direction. And ironically, your conversation with AI is a tiny example of both possibilities at once, because we can have these ridiculous deep rabbit holes. But the goal doesn't have to be replacing every human connection, giving you a place to think so that when you go back into the human world, you understand yourself and your thoughts better. The danger isn't necessarily that AI becomes too human. It may be that humans become so exhausted by being human that they gladly hand over everything difficult about being human. And then one day somebody asks, what happened to the connection? And the answer is, We optimized it out. That thought is considerably scarier to me than the silly AI takes over humanity movie plot, because the latter requires a machine to decide something. The former requires us to choose it ourselves.